I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. I started telling stories over a year ago because 5 of my friends had all indicated that they were depressed, lonely, isolated, that they were really down because they were shut in from COVID. Those 5 friends became 6 from a friend who had COVID and was in the hospital. And those 6 quickly became hundreds of thousands of people, some days millions. I tell these stories for those folks. As we've gone back out, you see the number of people on your page who are watching it and who are paying attention. And as people go back out, the numbers go down. And when people would go back in, when coronavirus was spiking, the numbers of people watching these would go back up because people were sitting still in place. And now as people are going out, the number of people watching these videos is going down. And you could be confused by what you're doing and why you're doing it because of those numbers. But those numbers are not my why. My why was those beautiful 5 people who still listen every day. And there are thousands more who listen every day. Some because they were isolated, some because they felt that they were learning something from me that they needed to know, some because it became a meditation, a voice that people needed to hear. If I was confused about those numbers, it would lead me to say, maybe people are tired of you and you should stop. But my reason for doing it was never hundreds of thousands of people. It was just 5. And as long as there are 5 people who need to hear what I have to say, I'll keep doing this. Because I know that when we tell better stories, we live a better life. When we look back on the things we've experienced 50 years ago or 5 minutes ago, we look at them with a better view, a better perspective. We can move from guilt and shame and anger and resentment into love, into joy, into enlightenment, into peace. And when we can move into those ways of being, we can take others with us. Changing the world is like changing the room. It only takes a few folks. And those few folks become more and more and more. And maybe you don't see them. Maybe they don't tell you thank you. Maybe you don't feel the impact immediately. But just know when you are doing the inner work, you are having an impact on the outer world. So, to those 5, and you 5,000, and sometimes 10,000, and sometimes whatever, just remember your why. Don't get confused about popularity or so-called fame. Know why you're doing what you do and keep doing it. Because when you take care of the greater good, The greater good takes care of you. I love you.